Hey guys, so what's the biggest piece of advice I have for people with depression? So, I think the biggest piece of advice I have for people with depression is keep doing activities that you used to find enjoyable, even if you no longer find them enjoyable. And I'll elaborate. So, basically, when people are depressed, one of the telltale signs is they stop finding pleasure in things that they usually find pleasurable or entertaining. So let's say someone loves playing chess and then they go through a kind of bout with depression, then they might not enjoy chess anymore, right? But that's normal. That doesn't mean that they're never going to like chess again. That just means that they're depressed and they're incapable of kind of feeling pleasure as well as they used to. And we actually see that a lot of people that are depressed because they no longer find pleasure in things that they used to enjoy, they actually stop doing those activities. And they also stop doing those activities because they lack energy and they lack motivation. Lack of energy and lack of motivation are also two very common symptoms of depression. So, because someone lacks, so let's go back to the example of someone who likes chess, right? So, someone really likes chess. They're used to going to a club or a chess meetup every weekend, and then something bad happens in their life. They go through a bout of depression, and suddenly the weekend comes and they're in bed because they have no energy, they're really tired, and they don't really want to go to their chess meetup because they say to themselves, I don't really enjoy chess anymore, I'm too tired to get out of bed, and I'm not motivated to do anything really because of my depression, so why should I go out and play chess? So I think what people really don't understand is that the brain is like a muscle, right? So even besides the fact that if you don't play chess for a few months, you're going to be worse at chess later, right? Because let's say that same person let's say they go to therapy and it works, or they take medication that works for them, and then they become not depressed 3 months later, their symptoms clear, and they try to play chess again. Obviously, they're going to be worse at chess, right? Because they haven't played it in a while. But I think what's also important to understand is even everyday activities like socializing require a lot of brain facilities and require a lot of kind of cognitive skills, right? So when someone has a conversation with someone, they have to kind of think on their feet. They have to think about what to say. They have to maintain eye contact. There's a lot of cognitive tasks that go along with something as simple as a conversation. And when people are depressed and they lack energy and they lack motivation, they're not going to want to kind of go out of bed in the morning. They're going to lack a lot of those social interactions, and therefore those parts of the brain that kind of help people with socializing or with those everyday activities that they're going to be avoiding, those parts of the brain are going to be neglected. And when a part of the brain is being neglected, then the brain kind of cuts off communication with that part of the brain, because the brain is going to say, why waste these resources and this energy on that part of the brain? The person's not using it anyway. So when someone's depressed, right, and they're not socializing and they're not doing the things they used to enjoy, like playing chess, the brain is actively cutting off those parts of the brain that help the people with those cognitive skills. So if the person becomes non-depressed and their symptoms clear maybe 6 months later, they're going to get really discouraged, because not only are they going to be worse at chess because they haven't played chess in 6 months, but they're going to be worse at chess because they're going to have worse cognitive skills in general. And there are actually a lot of studies to show that people who are depressed for longer periods of time experience worse processing speed, worse memory, worse concentration, worse problem-solving abilities. So not only is the person going to be worse at chess because they haven't played chess in a while, they're also going to be worse at chess because they neglected socializing, they neglected everyday activities. So And then they're going to get very discouraged because they're going to say, see, I can't even do normal things anymore. I can't socialize anymore. I can't play chess anymore. And it's going to be kind of a positive feedback loop because that might also send them into a new depression. So my advice would be that if someone is suffering from depression, even if the depression is really bad and you can't get out of bed, just try to do as much as you can. Even socializing once a day, just having lunch with someone once a week, anything that you could do that you're capable of doing, that's any kind of everyday activity that you're capable of doing. If you're asking yourself whether I should do this or not, is it worth it? I think the answer is yeah, it's definitely worth it, and it could really help you later on. So that would be my most important advice for people that are depressed.